Hi guys, Chosen Reactions, and in this video I'm going to react to episode 12 of season 1 of Babylon 5. If you're interested, I offer full reactions and early access on my Patreon. Let's get into it.
However, you'll be able to dock in 25 minutes.
Unacceptable. We have a very perishable cargo for Ambassador Jakar and must deliver it immediately.
I'll do what I can. Please stand by.
Deal with it, basically.
Move that arrow to the right! Over to the right!
This is CNC. Can you get that
Is
non-transport
an accident gonna happen or something?
Where the hell am I gonna get the crew? We're already up to our butts out here.
Collision warning.
It's going to collide with an arm ship. Computer override docking sequence 6 gamma 6 O, tau quit. I'm switching you to beacon Zeta. Stand by. Do not attempt to alter your course.
I had a feeling an accident was gonna happen.
Forward transport. Do not start your engines.
That's... Oh! Why didn't you listen? Once again, some kind of, sabotage, maybe. Or maybe they're gonna think it's sabotage, but it's not. Because they think they were still gonna have a fight.
You okay?
Define okay? In a situation like this?
He's dead.
My rifle! My brother!
Care to
To you
enlighten
I
me?
give the grain, the light, and the sky. Was there much damage?
The entire cargo bay was blown out. I'm afraid the Jaquan Eth was destroyed in the accident.
Oh. Oh no.
Don't try to blame my people for this. You lost some cargo, Ambassador. Alberto Del Vientos lost his life.
Yes, a tragedy to be sure. But what was our captain to do? His ship was placed in jeopardy through no fault of his own, and he reacted.
He was supposed
And by
to listen to
Jaquan,
the
I mean
orders,
see
which
that we
is
are
definitely not.
compensated for the damage. Now,
Yeah.
if you'll excuse me, I must attend to a pressing matter.
I've done everything I can to make the Senate understand we need an increase in the station's budget. I just hope they listen.
You mean before someone else gets killed?
Guess you have to do more than just waiting and hoping.
Commander, Senator Hidoshi is on Gold Channel for you. It's about the new budget.
On our way.
There better be no decline. Or maybe even like less money instead of more money.
There's no one who can have a Jaquan Eth delivered in time for the ceremony.
How am I gonna remember
However,
that name? Duke
According to
One
import
Eth.
records, there is one being on the station who has the phone.
Well, who is it?
Ambassador Valari.
What? Yoo-hoo!
That what?
Why does the
And the
universe
laugh.
hate me?
No wonder Londo was being a little bit more gleeful than usual.
We're up to our eyeballs in waiting transport, and the dock workers are calling in sick.
How serious is it?
Here we
As far
go
as
with
can
the
determine, none of them are
strike.
actually ill. They're just calling in sick.
Sounds like the blue flu.
Excuse me?
My grandmother was a Boston cop. I remember her telling me about the blue flu. They used to use it to get around sanctions on work stoppages.
In other words, we have an illegal strike on our hands.
Yep. What did you think now? Like, I'm sorry, Sinclair. Like, oh, you know, strikes, they're not allowed, you know. Like, as if they would care about that, especially at a point like this.
We're only doing what we have to do.
I know how you feel, but this isn't the way.
And what other options do we have, Mr. Garibaldi?
That's what the commander wants to talk to you about.
The hell with your talk! You got
Okay,
people
Eduardo.
dying out here, Mr. Security Man! Yeah! And Sinclair wants us to talk! What do you think we are, fools?
Let me handle this, all right?
Battlestar was really influenced by this episode.
I'm asking your people to go back to work. If they don't, I'll have to bring the Senate Labor Committee in on this, and they could invoke the Rush Act.
They don't have the guts to
Rush
do that. It would
Act.
inflame public opinion here and at home.
Don't be so sure about that.
It's the Senate who controls the money, Commander. Every time we trust them, we get kicked in the teeth.
And what happens if your people start kicking back, huh?
We won't be the first to use violence.
I saw what went down in the docking bay. They're angry and
They've got a right to be angry.
They've also got a right to hear what I've just told you.
They will.
I mean, at the moment I'm siding with the workers. Even though I know that it's not that simple for Sinclair to make it happen. But if I wouldn't go back to work, hell no.
When you drop the seeds into a proper mixture of alcohol, whole new universes open up.
So, hallucinating.
It's a shame you nuns waste them, burning them as incense.
Oh.
50,000 commercial credits in cash in advance.
That's an outrage!
Of course it's an outrage.
Having the time of his life.
Zento.
He is our best labor negotiator. I expect you to give him your full cooperation, and that includes providing troops if he decides the Rush Act is necessary.
You're not serious. We have over 1,000 dock workers on this station. If we start arresting them, we could have a riot on our hands.
This once again too realistic. Fuck basic human rights. Yay! Or people's rights. Not sure how that works in the show.
I hope in spite of that we'll be able to expedite negotiations. I'm on a tight schedule.
Wow, I'm sorry about your schedule.
I'll need to talk to your security chief. If I have to invoke the Rush Act, it's best to be ready.
That should be like the absolute last resort. And maybe more like never.
Actually, Jakar, I have changed my mind. The Jaquan Eth plant is not for sale.
Whoa.
Consider this a small, a very tiny portion of revenge for what you did to our colony on Ragesh 3 and to my nephew. Did you think that I had forgotten that?
Consequences.
I'll kill him with my bare hands!
Yeah, Jakar, this show has them.
What do you believe in?
Myself, Ambassador.
Too easy an answer. We all believe in something greater than ourselves, even if it's just the blind forces of chance.
Chance favors the warrior.
Earth sympathizes with your situation.
Your eyebrows are saying something else.
It is vital to the defense of Earth. Your guild is a vital part of Babylon Front.
I guess not vital enough for you.
We've cut away the fat, yes. But we've left the muscle and bone.
What?
I think we know where the fat went.
There are simply no funds available. Now, despite
It looks like he came
this
straight from the
unfortunate
theater.
accident, our experts assure us you have enough people for this year.
Out of touch
And
people
that your
again.
equipment is quite
How
sufficient
many of
for the next
those
2 years.
experts ever worked a space dock?
Uh.
And if you won't do nothing about it, you can damn well get your experts to run those docks.
If that's your response, you leave me no choice but to invoke the Rush Act.
You have a choice, you son of a bitch. How can you call yourself a negotiator?
We recess for the evening.
It's bluffing. The Senate hasn't invoked the Rush Act since the Europa strike.
Don't count on that, Miss Conley. I told you things are changing.
I would be surprised if we wouldn't get the Rush Act in this episode. Jeez.
This time we're gonna fight back.
Hoping I'm
We
wrong.
have to keep cool. If we don't, we're finished here and back on Earth.
Computer, what time is it?
Time to go to bed and sleep.
36.
Yes.
Commander, what the hell is going on? They've officially declared this a strike.
Damn.
I'll meet with Ms. Connolly at 7 as planned. But if she persists in this illegal action, the Rush Act will be put into force, and your troops had better be ready to enforce it.
Whatever Sinclair's does, it's never good enough.
Emergency situation on my hands.
It won't take long, and I wouldn't want to burden you further by taking this matter up before a full assembly.
All right. I'll meet you in the council chambers.
I just need like one scene where Sinclair's just sleeping. Okay, I'm worried.
You see, those who are able perform the ritual in the first rays of sunlight that shine past the mountain, a magnificent sight. Those of us who can't be there must still perform the ritual at the same moment, a moment which is almost upon us.
I truly sympathize with you, Jakar, but it's Londo's flower to do with as he likes.
It's sacrilege for him to possess it. It was stolen from our planet.
They're a barbaric people. They're all pagans, still worshipping their sun. No, I would rather burn the plant than give it to him.
Would you at least consider it?
No.
Well,
I'm sorry.
but Commander...
He tried.
Now, I've been going over the budget.
Commander, the Labor Committee does not accommodate illegal strikers.
Damn it!
If you're having problems with your budget, I suggest you take it up with the
Can you
Senate.
please talk in a
And for you,
normal
Miss
manner?
Connolly, I strongly
What is
recommend
all
you
of
send
this?
your people back to work now.
Stuff it.
I'm invoking the Rush Act as of now.
You can't do that without Senate confirmation.
I'll have it within the hour.
Can we please not have a bloodbath, please?
They'll try to break us, we'll fight back, someone will get hurt, maybe killed.
Maybe killed. I think a lot of people are gonna get killed.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry this has to happen here.
Well, I guess she's fully prepared for it.
I'm fed up with your fabrications, Molari!
Commander, do you have a comment on this?
Girl, can you please step the hell out?
You arrest him!
That's enough! Lieutenant Commander Ivanova, in 10 seconds you will escort any unauthorized person still present to the brig and leave him there.
Yes, sir. 10, 9, 8,
7.
I'm filing an official protest.
6.
I'm filing two.
Even the music is telling us like bye 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 bye.
Right to know, Commander. Hurry!
2, 1. So,
They have invoked the Rush Act, officially declaring the situation on Babylon 5.
I'm
as
so
a legal
surprised.
There is no other way. So get to it, or get out of here.
I wanted to avoid this.
So did I, Commander.
hey, if memory serves me correctly, it was your guy Del Vientos who threw the first
Water
punch.
with old wars, but he is not a violent man. Alberto was the last of his family, and every one of them was a dog rat. You have got to let me talk to him. You've got to let me talk to all of them.
I'm authorized to use any means necessary. Correct, Mr. Zento?
Yes.
Am I assured of your full support? on
Okay,
this?
what is your plan?
Absolutely.
I am reallocating 1.3 million credits from Babylon 5's military budget to begin necessary upgrades of all dockside equipment and to start hiring additional workers. I am declaring a complete amnesty for any striking worker or guild representative who has committed no other crimes during this period.
Okay, you dock rats! Let's get back to work!
Oh god, I love being wrong.
You know damn well you twisted the intent of that order, and you won't get away with it.
I think Miss Conley said it best the other day. Stuff it.
No offense, Commander, but you look like weak old bread. Once you get some
Yeah,
sleep.
get some sleep.
That's exactly what I had in mind, now that we've calmed things down. Sinclair,
Commander, you better get up here.
Let him
What
get
is it
some
this time?
sleep.
Jakar and Londo are approximately half an inch from killing each other.
Ambassador Malari, I ran a check on the Jaquan F and discovered it had a chemical composition which makes it a controlled botanical substance, illegal to possess except for legitimate medical or religious purposes.
Oh.
Ridiculous.
File a protest if you wish, but you'll have to turn the plant over to me. You'll be fully compensated.
Oh.
What you forgot to take into account is that sunlight also travels through space. Think about it. This station is 12.2 light years from Narn. That's just a little over 10 of your light years. The sunlight that touched Shaquan Mountain 10 of your years ago will reach this station in 12 hours. It's been on a long journey, but it's still the same sunlight. I want that statue returned.
I'm sure a careful search will turn it up. I'll see to it immediately.
How many more times are you gonna save the day? Okay, and now get that sleep. You've done very well. I'm very proud. Okay, please, no one bother him.
Today, you have made new enemies.
Even more.
If I were you, Commander, I would watch things very carefully. You are not the most popular person in government circles right now.
Great.
So what else is new?
For these things we are thankful. For these things we pray.
For these things we are thankful.
Alright, this was episode 12 of season 1 of Babylon 5, and I enjoyed it. I'm presently surprised that we didn't end up with a whole bunch of, bodies and everything just going to hell. It was actually, a pretty wholesome resolution, other than, I guess, up to the part that the Senator Hidoshi, I believe, warned Sinclair about the fact that he made a lot of new enemies, and that, people of the government, also can't stand him. But, they, I guess, agreed with his solution for the strike, because public opinion, thinks highly of Sinclair. So yeah, that still makes me nervous, but again, I was saying for some time I was saying like, oh, once again we're having something very realistic, but contrary to, a lot of times in reality, it actually worked out for the workers in this one. I really had to think about a certain Battlestar episode, but of course I can't really go into that because I don't want to spoil for people who, might want to watch it someday. But yeah, I was definitely thinking about that one. But I like this concept of, because I was literally asking about it just now, kind of seeing more of the people, I guess, I don't know, instead of just following the main characters, also kind of getting a perspective of other, groups, I guess, in this case of the dock workers. and immediately things went wrong with the accident. Someone lost their brother as well. And it's understandable, you know, that because of that accident, that was like I don't know, things really went to a boiling point because of that. Things have been great for a while. They had complained about being overscheduled, not being enough workers, getting laughable, you know, salaries. It was clear that they were pretty much just taking what is going on in English? Being taken for granted? Something like that anyways. And I was definitely siding with the workers. You know, obviously it can be very dangerous for them to strike because they're a key part of this whole, you know, Babylon 5 operation. They have to make sure things are running smoothly. We can't really have, you know, especially for like a military vessel, for things to not run that I can't talk today. Efficiently. But we're not gonna sacrifice, you know, people their lives for, or their standard of living. That this was quite disgusting. I just can't. But you know, they had the right kind of slimy person, you know, for Zento, Mr. Zento. He definitely felt to me like a good representation of you know, of those kind of people who feel like, you know, oh, you signed a contract, so just shut up and do what you signed for. Like, it's really not that simple. We all know, you know, at the end of the day, in the world we live, we all need a job, we all need to get money to survive. It's really not that simple that, you know, we just sign contracts or just do those things just, you know, oh, because we're like 100% agree with it and everything. Bitch, please. So I was worried about what the resolution would be. I was like, okay, I thought we would have a big fight, that the workers, you know, obviously they would want to defend themselves, but in this case, one of them actually started the fight because of the fact that he was understandably upset about his brother's loss. But I was really scared that people would die, and I was also scared that, you know, Garibaldi would be like part of that. You know, when I saw him there in his outfit, I was like, can you please not be here? But whatever. So it's very nice that that Sinclair found a way within the flawed system, actually use this very flawed system, if I'm to say it in a polite way, to help the workers out, you know, because with the Rush Act, he was like, oh, I'm seeing what this, you know, I can see the meaning of it, I can see the kind of permissions it gives me, but obviously the government people who were behind this Rush Act obviously did not intend for people like Sinclair to use that so that he could actually give them the funds they should have gotten in the first place, or, you know, give them the extra workers they needed so they wouldn't be overscheduled. But I like that, you know, it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't that, I guess, complicated story-wise, but I don't know, I just like that he found a way to, I guess, use this stupid system against itself. Would be nice at some point if, but I'm not sure how deep the show will go in that, but it would be nice at some point if there would be some kind of, I guess, like reform, etc., but I don't know, like, that's not the main point. But I just really like that. I love that throughout a huge part of the episode, you could clearly see that Sinclair was exhausted. He hadn't slept for 2 days in a row or something. You could see that he was worn out, and he was constantly trying to, like, put a little on everything, make sure that the bombs wouldn't explode, not just with the workers, but also with Jakar and Londo as well. He just had to balance with so many different things, and then you also had the journalist. It was basically a clusterfuck, if I can say so. So not only was it nice then that he found a way for the workers, but that he also found a solution for Jakar, and, you know, give us a pretty endearing moment between the two of them. And you know, Jakar himself was very surprised that that Sinclair, cared enough about his religion to actually help him out, and to also point out like, hey, you aren't too late for your ritual. You can still do it. In fact, and you can now use the Jaquanet plant for for that ritual as well. So that was, I don't know, it was just like, okay, we solved this. Oh, we all solved this, because as I said before, this show isn't afraid to not just end everything, on a good note, and we put like a bow on it, and everyone is happy, and we never have to be scared. We always have hope. They're not scared of that. So it's nice, that when moments like this happen, at least for me, I'm not just sitting there like, oh, obviously, this and that didn't happen, because who would even think about doing something as horrible as, I don't know, killing off all those workers, for example. Yeah, so I like that there's, even though that makes me nervous, there's still this tension. But before I forget, yeah, definitely want to talk a little bit about Jakar. Once again, I like that we get to see the different, like, alien races, their own beliefs, and they also made sure to make clear that it's not, they don't just have like one religion, and it's not that everyone I guess has a religion of the Narn people. Some don't believe in or just simply believe in themselves, and that others, there are like different kinds of religions named, not just one. So that's always nice, and of course to see this ritual as well, and get a little bit of the I guess of the rundown of how this ritual works. And I was wondering, because Londo, he just feels that this whole religion thing for Jakar was just fake, and for just to, I guess, for status, and how it would come across for others. But you could definitely tell that Jakar was very upset, and also his whole conversation with, how do I say her name? Natoth in the first place said otherwise as well. So yeah, just looking at my messy notes, but yeah, I just really liked seeing, I guess, another side of Babylon 5, and also I found it increasingly, like, I already found it interesting, but I found it even more and more interesting with every episode. This whole struggle between Sinclair having to listen to orders, but also, of course, not wanting to lose his own morals or values or his own beliefs in what he thinks is right. But also at the same time, he I don't know, we also see him grow in that, and also I don't know, like, I feel like we see him getting more confident in finding ways to do what he believes is right, and not just not that he did that in the first place, but I don't know, but not just relying on, oh, this is what these are my orders, this is what has to happen. I'm just nervous about all those government people, that are getting really fed up with him. And I know that the senator pointed out that public opinion is with him, but how fast does that change? And will this public opinion really, continue to help him out? Because, yeah, I think it will probably be some kind of shield in some kind of way, but yeah. They can always come up with a cover story, if they really want to get rid of Sinclair at some point. I don't think it's that hard for those people to come up with some kind of weird story, to distance themselves, and that people would think that, it's the government behind it or something. Yeah. Ivanova, I really like that little moment we got, where she was ordered to make sure that all of those people that weren't authorized wouldn't still be in the room, and that she was trying to get the journalist away. I don't know. It's like, I don't know how she does it. Like, even if she just have like very tiny scenes, they do stand out to me, or quite memorable to me, which means a lot to someone with a shitty memory as I have. Yeah. There's probably more to discuss, but I'm a little bit over the place today. So I liked it, and I'm curious about the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.